Grab a seat, motherfuckers. I just got high. It's fucking me up. I gotta get a water bottle. Grab a seat, niggas. We about to get crazy today. Yes. All right, let me get this screen out of here. What's going on, boys and girls? How we hanging? How we doing? What's going on? It's another fucked up Tuesday. And who else to guide us through this fucked up Tuesday than the fucked upness himself, the master of smoke no jutsu, the sage of fuck this all no jutsu, and the one that's been here since the very beginning. It is your host. I got the regular. Sorry, Jesus Christ. Last minute kicks in the fucking throat from this fucking week. Shout out to CrescoLabs.com. I have my regular co-host, my ride or die, the dude that always got an extra slice but never shares it. My man Logan. What's up, Logan? I forgot. What's up, Logan? I'm sorry. You can speak now.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Thanks so much for muting me, you asshole.
I was trying to do the. It wasn't like that,
Nobody
bro.
cares.
Oh my god. Round
Well,
table couples therapy next Tuesday, everybody.
Always fucking muting me and shit.
Today we have. He's no longer a newcomer, right? You know, he popped his podcast cherry. Pretty rough. It was pretty demonic. We have my man. Do I bring up your alter ego or are we chilling? We the real
no,
guy today.
no, we the real guy right now. How about that?
Oh, my
you
guy
got one
Ty.
half. You got one half of the demon cancer here, boys. I'm the reasonable one. Rocking the brand new orange limited editions. Ready to talk
Mm,
some miracle.
mm, Plug it in, plug it in. I love the plugs. I love the plugs. That's what we doing. All right. This show is brought to you by the limited edition. Where the fuck those headphones are? Cause just look at
Audio
them
Techno.
shits. Oh, Audio Techno. Let's go. Look at that. Oh, show off the other ear. Show off the other ear. Ah, bam, boys and girls, for the lowest price of how much you pay for that?
200 and honestly $220.
Jesus Christ, $250, low price.
No, $20. You adding 30 for no reason.
Oh, my bad. $230. My bad. It's you know, if you give me $250, I will get you those headphones. That's the price. That's the deal we're doing today. But above
Yeah,
all,
these are
man,
the old ones right here, right?
all
Yeah.
right. Tyreek,
Can
man,
never
it's
go
good to
wrong with the audio. You can never
amen
go
to
wrong with
that.
the audio equipment.
Hell yeah, man. Top shelf. That's how we have to do it. I'm rocking the beats today. I'm rocking the beats. I got to support the hood. You already know, man. Dr. Dre, Apple all day. Rocking the beats. But
hmm
we in the Sage verse, man. Ty, Logan, it's good to have you guys. Uh,
Glad to be
I
here,
want,
Eli.
yo, for real, man. I'm glad you guys are here, bro. It's been a weird. I wouldn't say weird. I don't want to start shitting on my weeks like that. I feel like I'm week shaming every every week now. Like every week is like no matter what happens, it's a shitty ass week for me. So I'm gonna stop week shaming. All right. So I'm gonna say that my week
Bro,
was okay.
bro, it's okay, man. You don't need to weak shame. There's more press. You got more things. You got more things in life you could shame, but there's some things that's just unshameable. A week is unshameable. Well, we all put shame on our credit card. Apparently, Dave Chappelle is like this to shame.
I'm glad you yo Ty, yo. It's like Ty's in my brain. It's like he's sending the red demon, right? This is why the red demon is not here, everybody. Okay, the red demon isn't here because he told the red demon, "Yo, I need you to read everybody's brain, and I'm gonna start telling you the topics that they're gonna start bringing up, and you're gonna start laying them out like little Easter eggs, like we're in a Marvel universe." And I fucks with that, but I want you to know the next time your demon invades my personal brain, I want consent. All right, I have no problem. I got nothing to hide. Just want consent.
Oh, oh,
You
don't
know?
worry.
Fuck
I'll
your
tell him.
consent. Demons don't need that.
Hey, hey,
Yeah,
hey,
you summon.
hey.
Listen, bro, you summon me here. You summon him here. I gotta use my body for the thing that you summoned. So I hope you're happy. I deserve some reconciliation from that.
Well, you got consent though. You got consent from that. I didn't get. See, you see how you have an agreement with
Yo,
this guy?
fuck your consent. Nobody cares.
This
Did
is
I
wild.
not just say that he invades my body? Like all this manly juiceness? I'm like a turkey in Thanksgiving. I'm like
He
a turkey
like
in
we're on
Thanksgiving to
camera.
this guy. So you
He
bringing out the
invades my
you bringing out that
mattress.
you bringing out that rage is honestly on you, and then it's technically on me now.
Red
I guess
demon,
we all
red devil, whatever your name is, I love you. It's
I
okay.
guess you could say we all got a little bit of red devils inside of us, man. That's how we are, demon. That's
Hell
how
yeah,
we are.
man. And it's been a weird week. Like I have to say, just like watching how the world's unfolding, and I feel like I say that every Tuesday, but I want you guys to know it's literally not a repeat. All right, the world has folded more times than my mom's king size fucking quilt. Okay, this shit just keeps unfolding. It's like it's wild. It's like one crazy catastrophe after another, one crazy ego death after another, one fucking world break after another. It's like holy shit. And now we have and shout out to Jason. Shout out to Jason. What's up, bro? How you doing, bro? He was here with us on coincidentally. We had that secret conversation that only us will only talk about. It stays between us in that Sunday show. So shout out to that. But
I can just
I
go outside and ask him.
nah you can't do that. You can't do that. Yo, that's him. That's him.
Yeah.
That's the guy. Oh, bro, he didn't make no indication. Like he didn't send up a pizza emoji. He didn't fucking do nothing, bro. I thought he was just a new viewer. Yo, what up, bro? Yo, you fucking
You guys got me
crazy
smiling.
sneaker. Yeah, it's been a great week, man. Great topics have been happening in the world. So I guess for podcasting, I can say, it's a harvesting time, and I'm gonna try not to get into this big beginning monologue thing because I like how it's been going with the past couple shows. We've been bouncing off conversations, and it's been avalanching into more and more and more. But I feel like besides just the topics that are happening, like all this juicy stuff, I feel like the way how our camp, the VOP camp, the Sage camp, the Misfits out there, the Red Devils, the Extra Slices, Logan, I just created your fucking fan base. All right, you're fucking welcome. Okay, you're
Fan base? I
welcome.
have no fucking fan base.
You have the
Fuck
Extra
them.
Slices. All right, that's your
They can go
fan
fuck
base.
themselves.
That's wild. Yo, there's that one 13-year-old girl in like Peru watching this and crying. She's like, I thought you left me
I want you to look at that
pizza.
as words of
Yo,
encouragement.
yeah. But like all this, like how we're handling it, how we're dealing with these topics and these conversations, like I can't speak for everybody, of course the left is being the left, you know, doing what left people do, and I don't want to even consider that all lefts. Because honestly, I know a lot of left wingers or left handed people. I don't know what the left is, but I know a lot of them that are even saying the same shits that I'm saying. I guess it's just, like we're not talking about the dramatic people or the sensitive people, the freedom fighters. of this new age. Those people. Those people will still see it how they see it, and our goal is to always make sure that we're just giving them healing energy, understanding, and love. That's it. Like, there's no hatred or judgment towards the ones that don't know, nor is it a uprighteous thing. But I just feel like how our camp or how the people around us have been handling these type of topics is becoming more organically, and then we're digesting it well, and one of those topics was honestly the Dave Chappelle situation. We talked about that on coincidentally a little bit about how Netflix was really backing Dave Chappelle on their transgender stuff. And I bring it to you guys, and the question that I have for you guys is, regardless of how you feel about Netflix, whenever, like, because we have a pod boss here that's still scalping for Royal Rumble tickets, but he tried Brazil last week. Now he's in somebody give me a random country.
Quebec.
Korea.
Quebec. Korea, bro. No, he's not going to fucking Korea. Jesus Christ. Quebec first. He has to earn up to fucking Korea, all right? That's WrestleMania tickets. Okay? But fucking Dan is in Quebec scalping for Royal Rumble tickets. You can find him at what's his Logan, what's his stupid Anon thing? Dianon? Yeah, you could go to dchan.com and it'll be under Dianon, and the password will always be get the D. All right? But remember password, get the D. And then you have all access to where Dan's going, what countries he's in, how he's getting these tickets, what he's doing. I think last week he sold his own piss to a little family just outside of Quebec because they used the urine and the salt and the ammonia in the urine for chemicals and stuff like that. So he sold his own urine for money to make it to Quebec. It's a beautiful story, guys. Check it out. Oh my goodness. It's fucking amazing.
Yes. The king of the golden shower.
Oh man. Oh, he did it again. Red Devil went into my brain and he took another topic. He said, "Hey Todd, say this." But first with Dave Chappelle. So, like I said, about no matter what you guys feel, no matter what you guys feel about Netflix or these big corporate streaming companies now, about this exact move, how do you guys feel? And I will start the ball off always by saying that I respect them 100%. Like I respect that move because I remember that when Netflix brought comedians onto their platform, it was for that exact purpose. It was like, so you guys won't have to be shunted out. You guys won't have to be, censored. Be what you want. Just don't be malice. Just don't be angry. Don't be evil. And I feel like Netflix is staying by that. So I respect them for that one move. Not saying I'm team Netflix, even though I have a Netflix account. So I guess I am. But I have all the streaming accounts. Logan, by the way, we got to talk.
About what?
The
What are you stuttering for?
that. Nah, I'm trying not to say it. I'm not trying not to say it on the show, but I'm trying to make him understand what I'm talking about. What's the
You can
streaming
always
service
text
that
him.
me? I can't. I'm using my phone. All right, Ty. Thank you, Ty, for all these damn fucking helps.
Don't worry, I'm just busting your balls.
You know what?
Stop
Nah,
looking at the
you're right.
wrong camera too, bitch.
Fuck you. You know what? Disney Plus, motherfucker. Disney Plus, bitch. What the hell's going on with Disney Plus? That's what I wanted to ask you. All right?
What about Disney Plus?
It's not working.
What he?
Oh,
Wow,
probably because I haven't paid it yet.
Bro.
Are
You
you
have
sure,
the bundle
Elias?
or you have the basic stuff?
I have the premium one, whatever it is.
What? You got ESPN Plus too? You didn't fucking tell me, you piece of shit?
Why? You don't watch sports?
What the fuck? I do watch sports, you piece of shit. What?
Basketball's not a sport.
I watch football, you piece of shit, and baseball.
Who's your favorite team?
Baseball, obviously Yankees. football,
What a
obviously my Giants.
bitch.
Even though the Giants are not doing well, but you guys have to understand they're still in a building season, and I think Jones is doing fine. He just has to stop. I don't know. I've always said that Jones is a wild boy, and like they let him do wild things, but that's a totally different topic. This ain't the fucking cock iron dick skins and shit. All right,
Cock
but
Iron Dick Skins. I wonder what
Netflix.
state hires
Anyway,
that team.
anyway, we're getting so tangented out of everywhere.
The fuck?
Netflix. How we feel about someone wants to play some little Chucky Chucky Tona, Chucky Chucky Tona. That's all right, yo.
Elias, you already know I live in the Bronx. You already know how loud these fucking cars are.
Yo, I do, bro. What was that? A semi that just passed by? A
That was,
crossover with the windows
bro,
down?
I swear to God, nah, it's one of those cars. You know, the Puerto Ricans take out the back seat, put like 5 speakers in the back seat. One of those fucking cars just passed by. One of those just passed by, bro. One of those just passed
Yo,
by. I can't make
yo,
this up.
yo. That's funny. Yo, you wanna know what's funny? I know a guy like that. I know a lot of guys like that, bro, and I love them. Like
Of
they're
course
the
you do. You're
party
Spanish
guys.
yourself.
Yeah, yo, when you do like a little
No,
outside
he's a
little
gringo. Didn't you
nah,
know? He's a gringo.
the white man did it.
So here's the funny thing about this conversation right here. This is the reason why I was laughing my ass off on that Dave Chappelle special, by the way, just so you know.
Oh yeah. Oh
And the
yeah.
reason why
But
I'm going,
enlighten. Enlighten.
the reason why, okay, so what just happened right here, this guy calling my great Hokage a sage, a gringo, is the reason why I'm honestly looking at Twitter and honest contempt like this. Because here's the beautiful thing about the 21st year of the 2020,000 millennium. Right? You ready? Um, People could take a joke, and some jokes people can't take. You know, and it never ceases to amaze me. We got movies like White Chicks. We still got those old, Uncle Tom, Sambo, Black Racist Big Lips, Watermelon Tongue Kissing Grape, Black Chocolate Propaganda movies circling around the internet for
Blazing Saddles.
educational purposes. Yeah, and we still crack jokes about them in some circles. Hell, it's a parody and a meme in the black community, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
of course, we got all kinds of things going on in the social hierarchy going on now. Things like Gabby Petitos and all kinds of stuff that makes me wonder why is everyone's priorities so one-sided but massively blown out of proportion. So here's how my boy Dave Chappelle coming. Actually, let me show some respect. He's not my boy. I never met the man. The man is accomplished. I'm trying to get that glory myself in my room in an overexpensive Bronx apartment. So I was watching this special. I remember the first special before that got canceled, where he was making some comments about the LGBTQ plus asexual you know, community. I'm not gonna get into all those. And honest to goodness, I'm sorry for who I triggered, but I was laughing my fucking ass off.
Bro.
Oh my
What? Me too.
god.
Me
I was
too.
laughing my ass off. Because damn man, the beautiful thing about that whole special was that it proves a very ironic point. Now, I don't know if you remember this, but he made a special a long time ago. If you can search it up, it's called The Industry is a Monster. And he was talking about how he lost the rights to the Dave Chappelle show because he signed up with a network, and the network inevitably gave him anal exam with a very blunt object. Wink, wink. And he was talking about how he could say nigga, 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 and spick, 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 and sambo, 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 and all this other thing, naturally, historically derogatory terms for people of color. But as soon as he says the word faggot, as he says it, I'm not saying it, he said it with that intensity. Faggot! Ooh, excuse me. It's like a bad burp after eating a nasty ass breakfast burrito. Ooh, faggot! Damn.
Oh my god.
The network representative called his ass up like he was a slave on a chain. He's like, yeah, you can't say that on the network. Well, why the hell not? I could say nigger, can I? I could say bitch. I could say hoe. Why can't I say faggot? Because it's sensitive to a very sensitive community. So what does that tell me as a young man, 23 years old? When this happened, it was like I was like 19. Well, I know a very beautiful lesbian lady. She has the stereotypical sunglasses. Her hair was slicked back, like she looks like she's something out of the 70s. And all I gotta say is this chick can tackle freaking bounces like it's nothing if you give her one too many whiskeys. She ain't sensitive. I know that's not the truth. And as far as I can tell, most of the LGBTQ members I know are one of the funniest people alive because when you're dealing with so much prejudice, actual like people throwing bricks at you, prejudice, you gotta create joy. So when I heard of things like Harvey Milks and Freddie Mercury's and stuff like that, how even though they're getting threatened with all this disgusting prejudice, like actual disgusting repression from leaders, they have no choice but to express joy and use that joy to inflate their platform. Kind of like how a podcast works when you're dealing with so much shit. You talk about problems in your community and the social climate that you're in. But here's the difference: there's politicians holding those community members back. Dave Chappelle's a man who talks shit, who's not gonna do anything. So if spreading blatant ignorance is the problem, why everyone's getting so pissed off at this man, I can understand. Every community, this is saying I got every community has an angel and a devil, just like how every terrorist is some man's freedom fighter. But Dave Chappelle proved one point with the second special, which was close. What was it? Close to the edge, close to something. I forgot the name of it. It was funny as hell
Yeah.
though. And he was talking about beating the shit out of a transgendered woman, and he said, and I quote, "I tenderize them titties like chicken cutlets." Yeah, he was. Yo, I'm sorry for any members of my Sage Kage's cast that I'm offending right now, but honestly, honestly, here's what I'm gonna say about offending people. If I gotta walk on the eggshells to every community I go to, I might as well just disappear because you're always gonna offend somebody. I'm sorry. It doesn't. It's impossible to not offend someone. Hell, you being meek and shy is gonna offend someone. So what you gonna do? Why play bullshit when you know sometimes you find things funny and it's comedy, right? It's comedy, baby. What you gonna do?
No, 100%, and I loved it. And I remember, or damn it, Logan, do you know? What was it about? Maybe a year from now, back when the radio was
What?
still going on, and remember I was doing like my little morning engage with sages that you and Dan used to call was like homo hour and stuff and all that stuff,
Yeah.
right? Remember I would listen to music and stuff. And I had
Homo
this one,
hour?
yeah, I would listen to music and smoke weed, and then Dan was like, "Yo, you're not talking about nothing. You're just showing a man smoking weed and listening to good music." He was like, "Yo, this is homo hour." But all jokes. No, he wasn't homophobic. Everybody, relax. Trust me, relax. He has a bidet. Relax.
There are such thing as friendly jokes. That's the whole thing, man.
And I was doing an episode, and I remember I had this segment, and it was the main thing was it's about the context, not the content. It's always about that. Like everybody needs to. And I remember that was when RDJ came on Joe Rogan's Experience podcast, and he said some similar of that. He was like, I know in my heart, when they were trying to flag him for Tropic Thunder, which doesn't make any sense, because for years no one had a problem with it, but I guess now black people have a problem with it. And that's where all that stemmed from, was like it's about the context over the content. Like Logan called me a gringo now, right? The reason why Logan called me a gringo, right, was because I had a situation earlier at work where this Spanish woman called me a gringo, but it wasn't in the way how Logan called it to me. And I explained how
Hmm.
in the Spanish community, when another Spanish person calls someone else a gringo, es un gringo. It's you're not like you're I'm not accepted. I'm almost as if I'm a gaijin in Japan to them. And if I go to
Or a
my
Ronin.
to my yeah, if I go to my homeland, and if I'm a gringo, my life is on the line there. Because not it doesn't matter that I bleed Puerto Rican, doesn't matter that I'm Boricua, but I have to fight for my life just as hard as everybody else that's already fighting for their lives. So that was a big problem. She had the context was malice and evil, and I was offended by that. Logan called me a gringo now. I wasn't angry. I didn't want to punch him in the mouth, not at all. One, I think it's funny when a white man says Spanish words. It's like just personally, it makes me chuckle in my soul because it's like, oh, look at him. He only did part one of Rosetta Stone. This stupid bitch doesn't even know how to roll his R's yet. Little gringo
Part one with some
motherfucker.
Google
Like,
Translate.
yeah, like yo, look, you sounded like Siri and shit, gringo. Like yo, that shit, like I love that shit, and it's jokes. Like I'm not mad at Logan. I'm not gonna text Logan later on tonight, like yo, don't ever call me a gringo ever again in your fucking life, bro. Or I'm gonna go to your house. I'm gonna fucking kill your dog. Like nah, it doesn't have to be like that. It's like one, I know Logan's not a racist, even though he has a lot of racist things. Right? There's a lot of racist things. Okay? But
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't believe
But
he's a
Sage,
racist.
but Sage, everyone's a little bit racist.
Nah. But okay, so then let's really break down like what's like ha funny. Like we all know a bunch of racist jokes, so I guess that makes us a little bit of racist. Like one of my favorite jokes to say, and I'm gonna say it here is, what's the difference between a Jewish man and a pizza?
They're both
Pizza
sharp.
doesn't scream when you put it in an oven.
Logan, of course, Logan knows the fucking answer to that fucking joke.
Oh yeah.
So, we're
I was
probably
gonna
gonna
say
get
they both love
canceled.
sharp edges.
We're definitely gonna get canceled for that joke in like 30 states. The Israelites are definitely gonna start bombing us and all that other stuff. We're gonna have to team up with the Palestinians and whatnot. But it's a joke and
Yeah.
it's mad funny. And I kid you not, I have so many Jewish friends that I tell that to, and they go, "Yo, that's a good one. That's a good one," and they laugh.
You know.
And they like everybody I talk to, they oh, that's a good. It's never. Do you know that my great grandmother was in Auschwitz? She was a survivor. I'm like, oh, so she never got into oven? My bad. She's lucky.
You know, and the worst part about this, you know what's the worst part about this? I'm thinking about cheesy bacon and pepperoni right now.
Like,
Got my
oh,
fat ass all hungry. Yo, I'm
like
freaking hungry, bro. Oh.
like it's all back in the like I talk to my older brother about this all the time. Like back in the 80s, he would tell me, you'll be in a room with a bunch of people and you'll be like spick, and then the other person will call you a nigger, and the other person that laughs, they'll be like, yo, shut up, faggot. And the other person will laugh and they'll be like, yo, shut up, fucking cracker. And the other person will laugh, yo, shut up, crippled. And they'll all just laugh. And it's like a big thing. And they all just crack jokes on each other, and nobody ended canceling no one else. Nobody ended because it was all like, ah, ha, 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 good fun. Now, I'm not saying, because I know there's a bunch of dumb, idiot, half-minded, only listen to the half the words I say, stupid fucks. I'm not
Not
saying,
even half.
like, yeah, a quarter, what the fuck I'm saying. I'm not saying that nobody's racist. I'm not saying racism doesn't exist. Obviously, I know what racism is. Obviously, I've experienced racism. Obviously. And if you don't think that I have, that's racist. Unless you think I'm another race, then that's, I don't know, but that's racist. Like, like obviously I'm saying that, but when it comes to people joking around, when you go to a comedian and a comedian says this is a joke, and then he says the joke, and then you take it seriously, who's at fault there? The comedian or you? Like it's like I said this at that episode too. If you don't like it, like there's a lot of comedians that I listen that do jokes, and I don't find them funny and I don't watch them. I don't think it's not because I'm offended. Honestly, literally, almost nothing literally offends me of what these comedians say. The only thing that offends me is if they do it whack. Like I've heard really trash ass Puerto Rican jokes, or really whack ass Hispanic jokes, or played out Hispanic jokes. It's just like, that's okay, you know. I'm never like, oh, that dude's a fucking Hispanic supremacist and la la la. Like, nah, I don't think any of that. I just think he's just chilling. He's just trying to make laughs, and that's what comedy is. Comedy, like yo, like these niggas are gestures, bro. Like y'all don't understand. Like people don't understand that. Like, oh, what's a stand-up comedy? A fucking stand-up comedian. The first stand-up comedians were the niggas that the king literally made as fools, and they had to make the king laugh. And if he didn't, he died. It was no, you got fired, There was no, oh, you lost your Nike endorsement. Oh, Alexander the Great was gonna sponsor you, but nah, he's not. Nah, you're not funny. You're dead. And then that's when we learned how comedy guts, how we
Yep.
learned the ranges of comedy, how those gestures that lost their lives were literally the ones that literally created the scale and the compasses and the map of what comedy is, from kiddie humor comedy to dark fucking twisted comedy. Comedy is comedy. If it's not your type of comedy, it's not your type of comedy. But you can't hate someone else that finds that shit funny. Like, I know people that hate Rick and Morty. They think Rick and Morty is so fucking bad for the kids. That shit's not fucking funny. That shit's the devil. This and that. Fucking Illuminati. Blah blah blah. And then I go, I think that's just fucking hilarious. Yo, make Pickle Rick episode 2. Like, I'm ready for that. Like, I don't give a, like, that shit doesn't. It's comedy. You know, like, that's just that's my essence of that. And when Dave Chappelle did the closer, context over content was like the entire meaning of that entire closer, and I love it. I love it so much. Like, I've watched it over like 1,000 times already. I'm probably exaggerating. It's probably 5, but 1,000. You know. And Logan, what do you think?
No.
How did you feel about the Chappelle special?
Never watched it. I haven't watched it yet, I should say. It's on my list of things to
Wow.
do. But since I am no longer employed, I have time to watch it now.
Oh, are we getting into
What?
that segment? This is great. I got you, Logan. I got you with the follow up. Unemployed, Logan. What could have happened?
Let me
I
guess.
got
It involves your
fired.
manager being a complete douchebag. Yep.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, you could rule him as being a douchebag. So
So,
I worked in a lovely mechanic shop, and you know most mechanic shops. If you're not, you know it's a fucking shop full of guys being dickholes to each other, which is normal. If you ever sit in a mechanic shop, you hear us being dumbasses. Well, we hired a new guy, and I wrote a sticky note on his cart and left it on his cart for when he would come in Monday morning. He would see this note. And all it said was, "Don't come here, you'll regret it." I got fired that Monday morning because they found out it was me who wrote it. And literally proving my point that you will regret working there.
so before I get to my point, what do you got, bro?
Oh, you're talking to me? Oh, I feel like I'm at the salty spittoon right now because
Man.
I honest to goodness empathize with this guy more than you'll ever know, man. You know, I wouldn't say that I was pulling pranks or trying to give very beautiful forlorn warnings to people, but nah. If I were to be honest with you, I actually got one example. I got two. The second one is the reason why I'm currently depressed, but the first one makes a good point.
Okay.
So I just
Are
got
you
my
gonna
security
trump
license.
me getting fired? Please tell me
Yes,
there
No,
was a
Logan.
stupider
I'm
reason.
gonna
He's black.
Please
His
tell me you.
no, I'm
black
gonna tell you
passport's
why. No, I'm gonna tell you why I fucking left and told my old boss to kiss my ass in the right cheek, the left cheek, the right ball, and the left ball. So I shit you not, on the first day of my interview, I just got my license for security in the mail. I paid all that bullshit money using my college tuition. Don't tell my school that because fuck them. And the first thing I see
You have a
was the
license for
skinny
that?
as hell black dude. We talking, yeah, in New York we get license. It's like working
Oh, you don't need a
McDonald's, but you
license
don't
in
have to be competing.
PA.
Sounds like heaven. Sounds like heaven to me. So I got my license. I'm here for the damn interview. This guy, there was two black dudes. One of them was my old boss. Let's call him R. He's Jamaican, like traditional Jamaican. Let's go with that. I'm gonna call him R. And there's other dude who was the guy's position I was taking over. But I switched you not. My first warning was like this guy was saying, "Yo, where my paycheck at?" This guy was very, he was wearing a tank top. He was wearing some nice ass jeans and a good pair of some Nikes, but he was pissed off. I was like, "God damn, man, what the hell happened to you?" Now I was a kiss ass because I was having trouble getting employment for 2 years, aka I applied to every McDonald's here in New York as a black man who don't speak Spanish. You already know how that's going to go. So I was desperate. Yeah, Elias knows. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Go to any McDonald's here. All you got is Puerto Rican, any Spanish speaker. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to go into groups.
I've
That's
been to
Spanish
Philly.
speaking.
It's the same way.
But anyway,
Every McDonald's is Spanish speaking or Indian speaking in Philly.
right? Like, what the fuck, bro? And I was not going to go to Wendy's because, quite frankly, the only Wendy's near me is nasty as hell. We talking pick up the patty off the floor, put it back on the sandwich, nasty.
We just don't. It's
Anyway,
extra flavoring. Gives you that crunch. Okay.
yeah, the kind of crunch I want with extra roaches on the side too. So I got the job. The guy was one of those people, the Mr. Hines. How are you doing? Now
Oh
listen,
God.
I know this is fresh for you, but don't worry, this position is okay. Treating me like I'm a fucking retard just because I'm trying to get my honest paycheck. But I suck it up because again, when you're at a low point in your life, you're desperate for some money. You pretend to let that asshole talk down to you. Biggest
Hey
mistake.
man,
That's my
20 bucks
second
is
rule.
20 bucks. Doesn't matter if it was 10 dicks
I
or
was
20
I,
dicks.
I was getting paid 22 an hour with a 200 buck sign on bonus. So I guess it was that. So they put me arguably in the worst street corner in the Bronx. Bronx River between Rosedale and this other place. And I don't know if you've been there, Elias, but it's that infamous corner with the little deli store right next to a liquor store, and it's the corner where what was it? Sex, Money, Murder used to hang out. Those motherfuckers will shoot you dead at that street corner. I was literally in the building. I was in the projects across the street from that street corner. So I got there for like on my first day. I met two Jamaicans. But one of them was my supervisor. The other one was my coworker. Now the fat dude who was my coworker had gout. Right? He was riddling with gout, so he couldn't walk around. So I was the one doing the building patrols. But this fat motherfucker would use that disability to his advantage. The cheeky bastard. So I was like, okay, I can handle the bullshit. Well, about not even 4 months goes by, and it's my birthday, July 18th. I was dealing with bullshit with Roy. This guy was calling me up, asking me to do doubles. These motherfuckers were lying on me because I was only late like 5 minutes before my shift because I was raining one time, but they were on my ass. And the time honored tradition of saying, hey, Mr. Hines, talking to you like you're a goddamn daddy. Now, I have no problem with authority, but there's some kinds of disrespect when someone's trying to be kind of kind, not rude. Well, fuck them too. I remember it like it was yesterday, man. I was an innocent little bitch. I was pedaling, going through the Bronx River Park on my old mountain bike. I get pushed off the bike, and a bunch of these little hellions kicked my shit in. I was bruising from my stomach up to my chest, trying to get to work on time. Now, granted, I was not on the grounds of my job, so I couldn't do anything like suing them. But it was in that area. They didn't rob me or anything. They just kicked my shit in. I don't know why they did it. I can't understand animalistic behavior like that. And mind you, I'm autistic, so I'm already naturally inept to understand human behavior because niggas could be assholes sometimes. But I took my beating for no reason, just trying to get to work. I pedaled, I wheeled my ass over there. I honestly had enough. I called my boss and told him, yo, I'm done. I'm going home today. You know what he told me? You can still work here, right? With that
Hmm.
exact same accent. There's no respect here. There's no, my boss has my back. That was my moment of knowledge where I'm just a fucking number. No different than the number you get on your social security card. Fuck that guy. Everyone, let's give him the middle finger salute. These two fingers are his best friends. So I walked to his office, feeling like the guy that I replaced, who I also found out shared the same name as me. And I told Royer, you better hire a bigger fool than what I was 4 months ago, because if I would have died, your ass would have still be gaining. Fuck you and have a nice life. So yeah, you know what, pizza guy, thank you for the. I wish you delivered at my house with some extra anchovies and some bacon, because I needed that fucking sticky note. Because to Doolon did a read version of this shit is this. I got jumped for this job. And this guy said, kiss my ass, make me my money. Like I was a goddamn bitch and he was my pimp. So fuck him. I wish I got a fucking sticky note. Shit. Thank you.
Right.
Like I would kiss you, but
That's
I'm not
right.
gay.
That's right, man.
Like thank you,
Yo,
man.
these companies don't give a fuck, bro. And it's like that's why I tell everybody, yo, what do you want to do? I tell that to everybody. They tell me like I don't like my job. Well, what do you want to do? And 8 out of 10 times, the answer is I don't know. Same way too. It's never I don't know. It's I don't know.
I don't like my job, so fucking leave it.
Leave
Find a
it,
new
get
one.
another job, get better, and do investing. Like, yo, start taking care of yourselves. Like, I think everybody's waiting for like, I
A
feel like everybody
miracle.
thinks that they're Will Smith and they're waiting for their Uncle Phil to come and take them to their house in Bel Air and be mad rich. Like, nah, bro, you be the Uncle Phil, bro. Like, yo, you get the
Be
money.
your
That
own
way,
Uncle Phil.
yeah, like bro, like don't wait for nobody else. Don't wait for fucking J.K. Rowling to see you in a fucking supermarket and be like, "That's my Harry Potter. He will be Harry." Like, nah, that doesn't really happen all the time, and that only happened because J.K. Rowling spent probably like 10 years of her life living in a fucking car, and she's crazy. But she made really great books, so that's okay. It's like, yo,
Shit, you shit, man. Dude, it's times like this where I wish I had. See, this is why I say I don't got real friends. When I endured all that shit, they told me to keep working because it's better than being broke. And I told them my mind is better than being rich. Shit. Because who am I gonna be when I lose that, right? But yeah, man, it's fucking crazy. That's the reason. That was that same summer I started to learn how to invest in the markets, man. Because I was when I tell you I was so stressed, bro. I lost about 15 pounds. I wasn't even eating, and it was because of this job. I was afraid to spend my money because this job stressed me out. It was crazy. I wish I got a fucking sticky note. Hell yes, I did.
and you know what? And
But
we
now,
think of another person to bring it full circle. Another person that had a shitty work environment and did all this shit and he just left is the same person that you guys are saying that is transphobic and is punching people down. And that's Dave fucking Chappelle. Dave Chappelle felt the same thing. And he got offered 50 million fucking dollars. That's wild. To turn down 50 mil for your principles alone, bro, that's so inspirational, son. Like it makes you wonder why are you still working at your bum ass 9 to 5 if you're not happy and you contemplate killing yourself every day. Why are you just pinching pennies and you're busting your ass 80 hours a week doing nonstop doubles? For what? For what? What is it doing for you? So you can survive until you die, and then that's it. Oh, I had a good life. Did you? Or did you have a
no,
or did you have a hard working life? And that's dope. You can have a
yeah.
good life and a hard working life at the same time. It's not about busting your ass 80 hours a week working at a fucking construction, working at this just because it gives you good money and you can get by. You should be doing that for a little bit while you're focusing on your passion. What do you want to do? What's going to make you money? Not the company money and then you money. What's going to make you money solely? Oh, okay, if
hmm
I do this. Oh, if I play my instrument. Oh, if I podcast. Oh, if I rap. Oh, if I game stream. I tell that shit to all my friends that game. I ask them, yo, how many hours do you guys game a day? Probably like 10. Why are you not streaming? Uh, uh, uh,
It's easy when you got PlayStation and Xbox. You just click a button
and then
and it
everybody
does
has
it
that
for you.
excuse. Everybody has that excuse now. Oh, I want the perfect setup. For what? For what? For what? I hate that. I honestly, I low key hate that excuse because I was part of the generation that was inspired by the YouTubers that used iPhone 3 cameras, that use a fucking Galaxy S6 cameras, funky, choppy, chunky shits that had bad lighting, bad mic, and your shit was whack. And it was like, bro. And then you see their progression to where they are now. You're like, wow, this dude used to fucking podcast in his fucking closet, and now he has a fucking Bugatti and hanging out with
Iro-
fucking with Uncle Jesse and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Ironically enough, Greta Thunberg still uses the Samsung Galaxy 3 to make the same type of video quality, and he's
Look at
fucking
that.
famous,
It doesn't
and he
matter
has
about
never
the
changed.
like I think about those people that say that, and it reminds me of when I used to play sports, and I'll see that kid that has the drip, the sports drip. If they're playing basketball, they're out there in their full 2K12 fucking outfit with the fucking arm sleeve, the crispy fucking J's, the fucking Nike fucking gym shorts, the Under Armour and the tank top, all that, the fucking wristband, the headband, and then they suck ass. Shoot for God knows fucking shit. They can't even make a free throw. They can't dribble. They can't do nothing. But they think because if they look the part, then they're gonna play the part. And it doesn't have to work like that, bro.
Yeah,
If you're a badass creator, if you're a badass person, if you can make badass content, you don't need a $10,000 camera. So you can get noticed. It will help, but why wait when you could build content now and build your catalog now? I say that shit to everybody. Everybody that tells me, "Oh, I'm a game streamer, but I'm trying to wait now." I be like, "Yo, what if in 2 years you bump into Ninja or Doctor Disrespect, and you go, yeah, I game stream." And he goes, "Yeah, let me see one of your videos." And the last video was 4 years ago, or you don't even have
no.
any videos. Or if you're a podcaster and you bump into fucking Joe Rogan, the king of fucking podcasting, you're like, "Hey, Joe, I podcast," and he's like, "Yeah, how many episodes you got?" "Oh, I don't really podcast. I just, I make I make statuses, and I go on IG Live a little bit, but I want a podcast." How do you think that conversation is gonna go until, uh, or if you sit down with Joe Rogan and you go, "Hey," and he goes, "Hey, you got a podcast? How many episodes you got?" "Yo, I got like 50." "Oh, word, 50? Yeah, you showed me a little Spotify link, your little fucking Anchor link, your whatever link." And you're like, "Yeah, I got all these episodes, man. We be doing crazy shit, man. You inspired me. Wow, bro, that's really great, man. You know what? I'm gonna do you a solid. I'm gonna like your shit. Best case, that's worst. Best case scenario. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna like your podcast. That way, oh, Joe Rogan likes my shit, bro. Something, anything. It could be anything, bro. Like that's a catalog is a catalog, bro. Your self catalog is extremely important in whatever you identify yourself as. I can't sit here and say that
Yeah,
I'm a sage, and then you're like, "Well, where's your experience?" Well, after me taking my full semester in pastor school and then spending 4 years shadowing pastors and then also reading all these gay ass self-help books and also learning and also studying in philosophy, I've sort of created my own simple way of not being the sage of everyone else, but the sage of just myself and the sage of my way. Because I'm not Tyreek's way, I'm not Logan's way, I'm not Jason's way, I'm not VOP's way, I'm my way, I'm the sage way. And I can't teach no one else the sage way, but what I can do is I can teach you how to make the tools to make your own way. And that's what the sage way is about. You see how that's a lot better than, "Oh, what are you a sage of?" "Oh, well, I have a show." Sage. It's pretty cool.
you
Yeah.
know,
You know? Your brand,
it
people.
just, and this is the reason why it can even go into a bigger topic than what it is, man. Not even just podcasting and media. It's stuff
Mm-hmm.
like this is the reason why I think, in my humble opinion, I'm going to say something controversial here, people, so bear with me, why the black community has not only no great leader as of yet, but we honestly don't really have much of a community. I'm sorry, but we don't. Yeah, we go to Sunday dinners, yeah, we go to Baptist churches and shit, but it's not really a community in the traditional sense of a community term. Like good example here. You see this crusty Alienware laptop. And this Alienware laptop is about 6 years old. You see it?
Okay. Okay.
And this Alienware is the thing I had to do my school projects on. I make games on it, and now I'm making music on it. You don't see no pianos, you don't see no scratching boards, you don't even see a fucking mouse, because quite literally I can't afford it. But god damn it, man, if there's a will, there's a way. So you gotta get things done. Even though the quality might be lacking, but what's quality besides being able to find a certain thing with the tools that you have, you know? Because you can buy as much
Yep.
as you want, but it doesn't mean you know how to work that shit. I don't know how to work all this goddamn music equipment. I never went to school for music production. All I know is I want to make sounds sound like something else. That's all I know.
Yep.
I want to make
Yep.
people shake their asses to some bleeps and bloops or some Bill Nye Science Guy sound effects because that will make me feel happy. Me
Yep.
going out, the things that sets me out though, I may got shitty material, but I got the balls. You see these little things? These are my balls to go out to Brooklyn, to go meet people, to go through the embarrassment of promoting my shit, get that harsh criticism, and make it better with what I got. It doesn't matter what you got, thinking the quality is going to come from the tools. It will help, but it's not going to be the only character thing that defines you. And then here's my question in terms of community. Where is the people that I thought I had? Where's my black community? I could go on Discord, I can go on Facebook and ask them, hey, I'm a black creator, but does that mean I'm going to have a bunch of people guiding me? No. It just means I have some people that could help, which is different to an extent in terms of having a community. So yeah, all I gotta
No.
say, man, is it's a mess. It's a hot mess, trying to get out there and having that bravery. It takes a lot of courage to be yourself. Because
Yep.
everybody wants to turn you into somebody, but someone
Yep.
doesn't care about who you are. And that's just disheartening. I'm not gonna get deeper into the why I believe the black community doesn't have good black leaders topic. That would be something we'll talk about later. But in terms of what we're focused on now, which is how we got as we are now, things like self
Yeah.
promotion it's that fear. My generation is, I'd say, the generation of fear because we want to do the things with the most minimal amounts of effort because we don't want to be in a self-compromising position. And that's not even with just our creative space. That's with everything. I've been seeing relationships where it's like more like take than give because you are afraid to lose, but you are happy to receive, And it's just I can only imagine from where you guys live. We got the sage here busting his ass, working a shitty, excuse me, I don't know what your job is shitty, but working a shitty job, getting on his ass, making these podcasts every week, like five, four, whatever, not knowing if he's going to be in lights. But he does it anyway because once you get over that fear, once you realize that life is shit, I want to dig out the shit and get to a better place. You will get out of that fear. A lot of times it's so easy to lay in your bed all goddamn day dreaming about being something because you are afraid of becoming something. It's easy. I've done it. I'm getting out of it now. And the hardest part of doing it is looking at your bed like it's fucking Madara and you're from the fucking Leaf Village. Fuck the bed, man. If you gotta take your work to the living room, get shit done. Because if you're not happy with it, you can always find something you are happy in and own that shit. It's
Yep.
better than becoming somebody else's slave. Whenever I say that, this is saying I believe in. Whenever I call someone sir, this is what it means. It's an abbreviation. Slave I remain. Whenever I call someone sir, it's slave I remain. I don't want to be nobody's slave anymore. That's why whenever I say sir, I must be in a very desperate headspace to where I believe I can't do anything on my own. But now I only say Mr. and Mrs. because I'm fucking powerful, bro.
Exactly.
I'm fucking amazing.
Exactly. Yeah, let your hockey out, bro. Let that shit out. Let everybody know. Like, when Shanks walks up the boat and he knocks out all the Whitebeard's crew, it's like, yo, let that shit flex out real quick, Because it's like people
And
got to understand, and it's never about the perfect time, the perfect place, and like sports makes that a very weird idealistic thing, where the athlete's got to be perfect and top notch and all these things. But like, nothing. You don't got to be in the ideal space. You don't got to be in the ideal anything. You can make like I make my room my office. It's my room's my studio. My room is my sage. It's my own domain. It's the sage's domain that I've created in here. Well, I love to have my own studio, 100 fucking %. That shit'll be badass as shit. But am I there yet? Nah. Do I care? I really don't. Because I know I'm gonna get there eventually. I know I'm gonna have my own fucking Hokage manor, my own little fucking village, and that's all gonna come in. But until then, I'm a sage. And I'm gonna do it in my living room. I'm gonna be a sage in Walmart. Like, yo, like people think I'm lying. Like my tag and my job, it says sage. No one knows me as Elias. No one knows me as Eli. No one knows me as these things. They know me as Sage because that's who I am. Like I kind of take it from Batman, where like Batman, he doesn't call himself Bruce, he calls himself Batman. It's like I call myself Sage. Even in my head, I be catching myself like, yo, come on, Sage. Every time I'm talking to myself, it's Sage, 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 Sage. So when people say my name, unless it's my mom, because she says it her own unique way, or my dad, but even when like my brother yells my name, or like some of the coworkers that try to call me Eli or Elias, I don't try to ignore them. I'm just like, oh shit, and then they go Sage, and I go, oh yo, like yo, using your own world. I'm like, yeah, my fault. And it's just like just be you. Don't let nobody. And that's the thing too. People will laugh. I remember I told people I'm a sage. People like, oh, you're a sage. You're a sage. Oh, you're an anime dude. Oh, la. Like, yeah. It was inspired by anime. It was inspired by Naruto. It was inspired by, the Sage Way is definitely a hard knockoff out of Naruto's Ninja Way. But it's just that's my inspiration came from. It doesn't mean that's what it is. I'm not a cosplay character. I'm not fake Drake that's out here playing as Drake, walking around in Toronto and shit in Hollywood trying to get into clubs. Like it's my own thing. And that should inspire you. Like there's people that get like inspiration should never be shamed. You should never allow no one ever to shame your inspiration because it's your inspiration. That's what put the fire in you. Like I love hearing how all these crazy actors get into acting and their weird stupid ass reasons. And it's like, yo, that's wild. But it's inspiration. And it's like cool, like I think of Larry Bird, one of the greatest fucking basketball players to ever play the fucking game. He left D1 college basketball to go be a garbage man. Why? I don't know. Does that sound stupid? Yeah. Because imagine if he would have stayed a fucking garbage man, he would have never been Larry fucking Bird. But that's his inspiration. He got something out of that. He got something out of picking up bags of fucking trash and just being that. Like that inspired him. So that low key inspires me to find my separate inspiration, my garbage man job. I remember Albert Einstein, so he can go and search for inspiration. He used to be a dishwasher at a diner. That's how he found out the theory of irregulativity.
Relativity.
Yeah, thank you. He figured that whole thing out by being a dishwasher at a diner. That was his inspiration. Doesn't that sound stupid? 100%. So why should anything else that we find inspirational be any less stupid? It's only stupid if you do nothing with it. That's at least what I say.
No, yeah. I know
Yeah,
if our
man.
pizza guy is just so quiet.
Yo,
Just-
that's pizza all the time. Yeah, you just get used to that.
Yeah.
But we'll cap on Dave Chappelle, everything that we said here. What is it? The top of the hour. Oh, just on it. Yeah. So today's music is brought to you by my boy Hand Crow, lovable guy at the VOP. I was playing that in the beginning of the show. We're gonna play some music here. Everybody, y'all can stretch out your legs. Y'all can get what y'all got going. Let's see. The Sonic one Logan didn't like. But
Hey, he a fan of Dashy. Represent.
yeah, where the hell is that?
My current favorite YouTubers to watch.
Oh, I was like, what? Yeah, man.
Dude,
He's
you're really
freaking
making me.
dope.
Dude, you're really making me want to talk about the freaking why I believe the black community has no black leaders, especially since you're about to
Okay,
promote your boy's shit. Oh
let's
man.
let's let's do that after we come back. Cool?
No,
Everybody take a
no,
break.
I'm cool.
We're all gonna.
It's just beautiful.
I go hard in the motherfucking paint, nigga. Let you stank it, nigga. What the fuck you thinking, nigga? I won't die for this shit or what the fuck I said. Front yard, broad day with the SK. See Gucci, that's my motherfucking nigga. I ain't even down with them hit squad killers. Walk a flock of flame on the hood ass nigga. Riding real slow, bending corners, my nigga. Got a main bitch, got a mistress. A couple of girlfriends, I'm so rich. Keep my dick hard and keep me smoking. You get bills free, shouting no joking. Hey, what I stand for? Great squad. I'ma die for this shouting, man, I swear to God. In the trap with some killers and some hood niggas. Where you at? Where you trap? You ain't hood, nigga. Keep this shit 300, put that shit on my hood. Chris fucking with me, G, they in the vice lord. Essays in the middle, freestyle off the dome. Great squad, walk a flock of flaming, fuck it home. I go hard in the motherfucking paint, nigga. Let you stank it, nigga. What the fuck you thinking, nigga? I won't die for this shit or what the fuck I said. Front yard, broad day with the ass.
Coming. We hitting it. We coming back to the. Sorry, guys. I'm not gonna rap for y'all. The Sage Kage could do many things, but rap no jutsu is not one of his things. I'm sorry.
That music was beautiful, man.
Yo, shout out to Ham Crow. We are back, boys and girls. My man Ham Crow Beats on YouTube. Wonderful dude for the. He's a wonderful citizen of the VOP Empire. He's chilling over here. He's making his beats, doing his thing, sending him all love, healing energy, sage vibes, all that shit, man. Sage way all the way, Misfit way all the way. We are back, boys and girls. It is the round table. We have still with us, we got the guy, the extra pizza guy himself, Logan, hanging out, only showing his top of his head though. So it's really beautiful and amazing. And we have, of course, my man Tariq hanging
At
out
least
with
I'm
us.
looking at the right camera half the time.
Yo, I have to produce and host, all right? So it's not as easy. But
Look at the bright side. Elias has 2 monitors, I think. Actually, how many monitors you got, Sage?
3, I guess I can probably, because I can make my TV into a monitor.
Well, guess what? I only have one, and I'm still making it work. So
There you go. Yeah.
yeah,
We got to be
man.
versatile, man. We got my man Tariq here, man, hanging out with us at the Roundtable Crew. We getting high. Well, I'm getting high. I don't know about anybody else, but you know, we
Wait a
vaping.
minute. I forgot to ask this last time. I could get drunk on here.
What hell? bro. Hell yeah, you just see me smoking a whole bowl on here.
Yes, but you smoking though, it makes you wiser. Drunk makes me stupider, but much more brash mouth. Like I'm not gonna
Nah.
lie or be sweet and cuddly. No, I'm gonna tell you as it is.
Yo, let's get that energy, bro. What the hell? Go grab a bottle right now.
I kind of can't because, quite frankly, all my stores is closed, and honestly, I don't got any physicals on me. But maybe next time,
Mm,
when you invite
next
when you
time,
invite your boy again, maybe next time I'll buy
yo.
like a big ass thing, a Colt 45, just to numb the pain.
To be honest, bro, the invitation's open. Like how you hit me up this Tuesday, it was like, yo, Sage, I'm ready to go. Whenever you're ready to come back, regardless, I'm gonna send you an invite every Tuesday. When you show up, is no. If you don't show up, it's no problem. But if you can make it, I love we love the energy over
You
here,
don't
bro.
show
We
up,
want
we're gonna
more of
come to
this.
your house and make sure you show up.
If you
Don't
come to
worry.
my house, pizza guy, if you come into my house, one thing, don't bring Little Caesars, bring some Domino's. And second, I wash your feet. I could use a guest. Shit, I'm stressed out as hell, having to deal with schoolwork and all this other
This
stuff.
nigga logo would pull up with a strap. It's like a Tariq be like, yo, hey, it's Logan. Hey, come in, bro. Hey, take off your shoes,
Yeah.
man. Be respectful.
Yeah, yeah. We don't. Yeah, what you raised in a barn? Shit, you can shoot me, but take them shoes off,
Fucking
bro.
Domino's. Fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say Pizza Hut, but Pizza Hut is expensive. We ain't got that Pizza Hut money yet.
Man, Pizza Hut is trash. Out of the three, I prefer Domino's over Pizza Hut and Little Caesars.
You said three. So you're excluding Papa John's, aren't you?
Bro, Papa John's is straight trash, bro. That is doodle pizza, bro. I don't know why anybody
But
thinks that
Shaquille
pizza, bro.
O'Neal's sponsoring Papa
Bro,
John's.
Shaquille's big fat ass sponsors anything, bro. He's fat. He eats anything, bro.
Hey
What the
guys, a little
hell?
shake, a little shake, a little tingle, a little
No,
shake, a little
no. What the
tingle.
fuck? Shut up, Shaq. I didn't buy
Fucking
your
Gold
bum ass
Bond,
sneakers. I ain't buying Papa
Gold
John's
Bond,
because you're
Icy
there.
Hot.
Fruity
Ice.
Pebbles.
He just be there turning around.
Oh.
Ooh. Like, bro, chill out, Shaq. Get out of here,
Remember his
bro. What are you
Oh.
remember his Icy Hot commercials?
Oh
Yeah.
my god, bro. And now he's with the Sarge and he does tax or some shit like that. Like,
The
bro,
freaking
forget that,
insurance
bro.
company.
Yeah, the insurance company. That shit is so dumb. But before we left, my man Tariq had
A statement,
a
rather.
point, a statement to make. So the
Yeah.
floor is yours, my brother.
Well, let's see. As you can tell, whenever I'm pissed off, I tend to let all of the intelligent ideas I got for conversations fly out my mouth like it's a goddamn piece of spit. So I was thinking about this because someone pissed me off the other day, and someone pissed me off today. And honestly, I don't give a fuck. Sorry, viewers, but you're gonna have to deal with my bullshit for a little bit. Here's my controversial opinion. He says it's yeah, he does, Jason. He really does. Why do I honestly believe the black community does not have any great black leaders? Well, I'll tell you why. Black people doesn't know how to follow. My community doesn't know how to follow a solid example. I'm sorry, and a lot of our leaders, we don't really have a leader, and it pisses me off every time I think about this shit because I'm thinking about all the things, man, from Black Lives Matter, to all this shit to Dave Chappelle, and now we're looking at more at examples and not leaders. Oh, hold on. Let me take off the glasses. I'm starting to get sweaty. You know what? I don't feel so good. Oh.
Oh, uh-oh. Guys, I think he's getting possessed. He's getting possessed, guys, by the Red Devil. For all the audio viewers out there. This is last minute coughs.
Can y'all hear me?
What's going on, Red Devil?
What's going on? What's going on, kid?
It's been a
Ain't
while.
nothing.
So I feel like you have something to say. This is why you interrupted our show.
Yeah, it is. This mortal has a terrible goddamn choice of mask. Now I got a freaking goddamn this piece
Yeah,
of shit.
yeah, he's a stupid
There we
mortal.
go.
Oh, okay.
I remember last time you told me you can't hear me, so I'm doing this just for you. Just for you, Sage. Where's
I
my pizza
appreciate it,
guy? Did
Red.
he leave?
He's there. He's in the back. He's.
Alright. So I was looking at the tabloids. That's an old guy's term for fucking newspapers. And I remember looking at the Black Lives Matter movement with a little bit of disdain. Now, possibly a lot of people's gonna be wondering, why the fuck are you not supporting Black Lives Matter? Those police motherfuckers are shooting us. They're killing us. And I said, I know they are killing us, but quite frankly, who's our leader? We don't got no Malcolm X. I don't know who Malcolm X in my generation is. We don't got no Martin Luther Kings. We ain't got none of those things. And they start saying, but the movement. And I said, yes, the movement. That, I don't know if anyone's noticed, has turned into a massive profit venue for those who created those Black Lives Matters symbols. So quite frankly, I felt used. When I searched this shit up, it was true. The lady who created the Black Lives Matters thing made a lot of profit off of a movement. And she fucking kicked rocks and fucked off. And I'm starting to think to myself, you know what? Who the fuck is our leader anyway? Do we even have a leader? I mean, obviously we have examples. We got examples of people talking shit. Dave Chappelle being a massive example of how he can talk shit about his own community, but he's seemingly not available to talk to the LGBTQ because they will freaking throw him out, or him talk about anti-Semitic bullshit because it's fucked up, Dave. That entire community is going to cancel you. When he's like, well, if I could talk shit about my community, why can't I talk shit about theirs? Comedy is a gender neutral thing, y'all. It doesn't care if you're black, white, retarded, or goddamn blind. Everyone deserves to laugh. If you can't appreciate that, well, why was you born human then? Why are you here? And I believe him. But after looking at this objectively, I always wondered these things. Do yourself a favor and research Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street was basically the richest, like, it was an economic moment for the black community where we basically had our own movie theaters, we had our own airport. It basically makes Harlem look like a goddamn child's cartoon. And it was burnt down to the ground because of one situation. I think I told you about that once, Sage. And ever since then, I be seeing all these dudes on YouTube talking about trading. When I started trading, Forex, I was like, yay, black creators, brothers getting out there. What's up? And then I see the link. You know what I'm talking about, right? I'm seeing the download my extra free classes, and then after 2 months, it goes to pay, or download these extra bullshit where you gotta pay to further increase your knowledge. When they told you about the stories of them learning online from talking to venues and shit, or like why all these paid promotions? I support you, man, I do, but it's not even yours to own. You're literally getting a referral from a company who gives you a cut of the pie so you can make profit, but most of my attention and profit goes to the company that you're working with. Kind of fucked up to use my education against me. But then again, nothing comes in free. But then, I look at the reverse. I looked at the reverse where you got that struggling. You ever heard the story of the struggling black comic book artist? You see them all over
Yeah.
Harlem. They're selling their private comic books for not even $2. And they're saying, look, man, this is going to be the next big thing. Here's the next big thing. I tell you, I got this from a local printing shop. I did it myself. Everyone is so quick to go to Comic Con and buy Marvel and DC comics, and for good reason. They're established. But what about my boy who is trying to get out there? What about my boy who's trying to get the ground needed to get incorporated or help make his own comic print? I be seeing these guys standing out there, and I buy some of these comics mostly out of pity, but not out of, hey, you know what, brother? Let me invest in my community. You want a stronger black community, you want solidarity, reinvest in your communities. But I don't see that happen. We ain't got no leaders being the example, bro. In fact, I don't even see none of these niggas. You got so many people talking shit and pranking homeless people, feeding them fucking McDonald's on the street. When am I gonna see the live stream when you go to a fucking soup kitchen? I want to see that shit. Matter of fact, I'll do that shit. You see this bullshit phone? I'll take this phone and try to live stream myself working at a soup kitchen. Why? Because with one thing, it needs more recognition. I don't care about the clout. Fuck the clout. Who the fuck am I? Goddamn Kanye West? I ain't no Kanye West. I'm T to the fucking Q. I'm Tariq in the form of a devil right now. But
Yep.
it just made me wonder, who are my leaders? Who are my examples besides myself? Because I am my own leader. But why? Where is my Martin Luther King? Where is my Malcolm X? I be hearing all kinds of things. So I got done to digging. I see all these, the usual Instagram clout chasers, people promoting black beauty when it's all about money, but not about morals. And I just come to the conclusion that my community has more martyrs than we do leaders.
Yep.
A martyr is when someone dies as an example to live by. Eric Gardner, fucking George Floyd, all these black people that got shot and killed. We're freaking spray painting them on buildings and shit, remembering their legacies. Well, I don't remember George Floyd's legacy. I don't even know the mother. I don't know the man. Before I say
Mm-hmm.
something rude that I will regret, I don't know the man. All I know is the guy likes to smoke weed, drink alcohol, and promote his single individual rap thing like he's MF Doom. Rest in peace, Doom. And I honor that. But
Yep.
I don't know him. He wasn't in my community. I don't see him busting his ass to make the Bronx better. He doesn't live in the Bronx. Eric Gardner lived in Staten Island and he was trying to get things done for his grandbabies, but he was once considered an alcoholic by accounts of his Facebook. I actually went on this guy's Facebook and see what his family had to say about him. They ain't gonna lie about him. He's a man with flaws, but we're not trying to acknowledge who they are as people, but we're looking at them as examples for an overall overarching issue. An issue
Mm-hmm.
which has been going on for as long as black people was sailed across those fucking boats. 300 almost 300 years ago. Actually, well over 300 years ago from my count. And I don't have an example to look up to. Like I go to various kinds of parades and marches for a community wide thing, but we don't have that man who is at the front of all of us marching. We don't have no Harvey Milk or Martin Luther King, and if we do, I'd surely love to meet him because I'm wondering why am I so inactive? I'm like a peacetime army soldier. When am I going to go to war, sir? You're in the reserve, son. Where's the war, sir? It hasn't happened yet. Oh, it didn't. Okay. And I'm all disappointed, wondering when is the next massive thing going to happen. It just ceases to it never ceases to amaze me, and it always gets me. Wait, wait.
Hold
You
on,
guys
Tariq. I'm so
lagging?
sorry. Jason, my brother. I'm so glad you're here. You mind putting on headphones?
You good?
Just
Can you
gotta
see
make
me? Can
sure.
you hear me?
We can
I
see,
can't see
hear
you.
you, but you're sounding very the sound is raw.
Like I'm lightly lagging right now. All I still see is like a still image. But there we are. There, hey, nice to meet you, Mr. Jason.
From phone, that might be why. I don't know.
All right, so Tariq, you were saying?
So honestly, what I was saying was,
Yeah, bro, that's a lot of feedback, brother.
All right. Hold on a second.
We're so very sorry about this, boys and girls. We're getting these technical issues settled right as fast. Okay, Jason, I put you on mute. When you're good to go, you have headphones on. Just give me the thumbs up. Cool, brother. All right, not a problem. Tariq, so like you were saying, my brother, I'm so very sorry for everybody out there that was listening and stuff like that. It's not a problem.
it's
Shit happens.
that's just reality, right? Note to self: I gotta buy a mask that can hear better or a microphone. But hey, I'm still getting used to this podcasting thing.
Not a problem.
But
Yeah, man, you're doing great, bro.
as I was saying, in the black community,
The
you still
black
hear
community?
that?
No, I actually put it. Oh, it shouldn't be showing on the live.
Like
But
I can hear. I'm on the live right now. I'm hearing it. Yeah.
oh, all right. Let me
Oh, it's loud.
all right. I uninvited him. Everybody, I'm so sorry about that.
Oh,
Jason, man, you're welcome to come back, brother. When you're ready, just shoot in the comments. But hey, got my mic. Everything's good. So my
yeah.
fault, Tariq.
Oh,
Like you were saying.
but yeah. We have so many examples, like so many people who died and was shot and killed. Reasons to be getting out of bed and doing something, but we don't have like a central processing unit. We don't have a single solidary person or foundation. Like we got various kinds of things, even though there's some of them I don't politically support, like the new Black Panthers Party, which is basically the black version of the KKK, from what I've been seeing and reading, in my honest opinion. And in order for you to get shit done, I don't want to create a conscious world of bigotry. I want things to get done, but I don't want to create more enemies and enemies that should not have ever existed in the first place. And I was looking at, examples for leaders currently, things to look at, anything. Like who's today's Martin Luther? Oh, great.
What happened? Everything's all right? I think Tariq froze. Oh no. Oh, it's just your boy. We're back.
Oh, sorry, my goddamn Haps app closed down on me.
No problem. Just don't forget to put it landscape.
Oh, hold on. It does it automatically. How do I do that?
You could just turn your phone and it'll fix that for you.
Oh, this is my tablet.
Oh yeah, the tablet, yeah. So see now we just bring it a little bit. Oh,
There
you
we go.
froze. A little bit lower. Oh no,
Now,
yeah, that's actually perfect because I can see your face. All right, yeah, man, we're good now.
yeah. Now, as I was saying, we got multiple examples of martyrs. We got multiple examples of this and that, and people who die in these streets are fuel to the fire. But we don't have like a man who's speaking for us. We have a lot of scattered members in our community saying having their own agendas, but we don't have like a core focus for our aggression. And I actually did this. I actually searched up who is our Martin Luther King, who is our Malcolm X, who was our this, and who was our that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. You want to give it this and all that crap. And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, my conclusion is no one. There was no one who was directing the attentions of the fight that we're currently having. So
So you
I
don't think
honestly
Obama
did.
wasn't that leader?
Obama was an example more than a leader. I'm sorry. I love Obama to an extent. There were some things politically I didn't agree with him on. Some of his things in terms of reforms were great. Some of them was eh. His cabinet sucks, and his Congress was the reason why a lot of the real stuff he wanted to get done was fucked up. But as a leader, he was a good leader for a nation. But in terms of the black community, like actually getting the social climate to change, like police reforming and all kinds of social economic things that can be done, it's a torch that needs to be handed down in succession, not picked up from one candidate to another after like a gap of other presidents. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So Obama was just one torch. But right now, Joe Biden has a potential thing. But before Joe Biden, we had Trump, right? And Trump helped out a little bit with finances. It's under his administration that forced me to learn how to play the market game because all the money
Prison
is coming out of that market like crazy.
prison reform too came out of Trump. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a whole can of issues in the system that America is
Yeah.
based on right now. I
Mm-hmm.
mean a lot. I mean, what 84% of incarcerated people of color, and they're practically unpaid laborers. So there's that. But in terms of the black community, we have a lot of examples, and those who are leaders aren't doing it for moral reasons. They're doing it to elevate themselves instead of it being the other way around, where the people elevates them on their own given will. It's kind of like a rock band. Imagine you go to a fucking concert and the person says, "You want me to sing this song? Give me $5, each and every one of you." Instead of doing it anyway and being so moved by that person's conviction, you just whip out your wallet regardless. And it's just crazy to me. You
I
know,
feel like, yeah. I'm sorry.
and it's just disheartening, man. Like, I'm not saying that we got to march in front of Washington and take bullets or do what happened, I think, earlier this year, where we had to break into the White House and crap like that, wearing that goddamn bull cosplay that one dude was wearing in the photos, whatever reason. But there's various ways to combat a problem, and honestly, the next big problem in the black community, besides the fight for civil rights, because that will always continue, is power. And how do you get power in a financial based republic? Well, you got to have a community of strong finances. And I believe that the next great black leader is going to be a man who is going to inevitably help build the next Black Wall Street. And that's honestly what I believe. Before I continue with that thought, I want to hear what you was about to say, Sage.
I was about to say that you're talking about Obama, and I was saying like I feel like my only problem that I have with Obama was that I feel like at a point he was for those 8 years he was the most powerful man in the whole world. Not because of his title, as we can see, like commander in chief is really it's really just a fucking a, a poster more than just a title, but it's like the way what he represented, what he was so powerful, and I feel like like in a lot of the debate that the Obama stands have is Obama wasn't allowed to do a lot of things. Congress didn't have him do it. His hands were tied, and my only ex my only rebuttal to that was okay. We saw Trump when they didn't want Trump to build the wall, right? And what Trump did, he shut down the whole government. That could have been a start. That could have been something. That's power that was a weapon that Obama used that he didn't use. And then if you really believe that Obama started this whole January 6th stuff, right? That Trump started this whole January 6th stuff, that he was this big crazy guy that started a revolution. Don't you think Obama had 10 times as much as that power and the backing and the gaining? He could have done another January 6th back in the Obama era, and it would have never looked like it was nothing. It would have looked like the greatest fucking revolution in the world. And that could have been something. He could have really done something. He had a lot of power there and he could have pushed his weight, but because he was the first black president, and everybody put him on that, yo, you're the first black president. You have to make the way for other black presidents. You can't be the crazy guy. You can't be this. And I feel like that's so wrong. And I feel like, and that's another thing that I give to Trump, because Trump didn't give a fuck. And it's like, bro, like it, hate the guy, bro. The dude had the shit that we want in the next president. Besides grabbing bitches by the pussy and all that stupid fucking tweets, that dude had everything that we wanted in a fucking president, bro. The cojones, the manpower, the fucking I don't give a fuck attitude to do, yo, I'm gonna do what the fuck I gotta get done. And if we put that core perfect leader candidate that can be the Captain America of this fucking America, bro, imagine how great America could be. And I really wanted Obama to be that because I believed it. I was sipping the Obama Kool-Aid. I want that stuff. And I'm not saying that he hasn't done nothing. I see the backhand work, that the underground work that he's doing now as he's no longer president, and I respect that and I honor that, bro, but it kind of makes me feel like, damn, bro, you had the you had the mic, bro, and instead, man, you did a lot of comical, funny shit that was funny as fuck, but it was like, damn, bro, I wish you just did more. That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
And then when I think of a celebrity, like if we was to ever have another celebrity to come as president, I feel like I'll be okay with. Honestly, it'll be Ice Cube.
I respect that. I felt
Yeah,
that actually. He would make a
yeah. I feel
beautiful candidate.
he'll make a great president, bro. Yo, there's nothing realer than a real ass person, bro, that understands, like, yo, I don't give a fuck about none of this play, about none of this dancing shit that you guys are doing. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do this. And that's just what it is. And if Ice Cube ever wants to run for president, bro, I swear to God, I'll give him all the money I got for that, bro. I'll back him 100%. So Cube, if you ever
You
listening to
know,
this, bro, I support you.
and everyone, I just want to say this before I continue with my little rant about the black community. Whenever someone tells me that Trump was the worst America has to offer in terms of presidents, do yourselves a favor. Search up Andrew Johnson and then search up Woodrow Wilson. Those two motherfuckers easily dwarf Trump's in terms of terrible presidents.
Yep.
And it just
Yep.
shows you that a lot of people don't know their history because if you're black and you love Andrew Johnson, I'm gonna look at you like this. What's wrong with you? Someone touched you the wrong way and I don't know that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You would, because Andrew Johnson, long story short, he's the reason why the KKK kind of was born. Let's just say that. He was the reason why Reconstruction was a terrible time for blacks. He basically helped create institutionalized slavery.
And
And
he
there's a
was
lot of
a
things to say about
Democrat.
that guy. Oh
And
yeah,
he
he was a
was a
Democrat.
Democrat. Just people forget that little part. It's like, oh, the Republicans are the ones that formed the KKK. The Republicans did this. Actually, the Republicans are the
It was
ones.
Democrats.
The Republicans are the ones that abolished slavery, that backed the black people. But what do we know, Tariq? We're just a bunch of
What do
bums
we
from
know?
New York.
I'm
We don't.
23. The Sage is like
Yeah,
late 20s. I'm young, right?
yeah.
I know. You're right. I am a dumbass. But here's the thing:
The Sage is
party
also a
switches.
midget.
Yeah, I'm a midget
Yep.
apparently. Apparently, I'm a midget. Like, what
Don't
the
don't
hell
let
do
him
we know
lie.
about these things? I love this.
Party switches are difficult.
Yeah, it's weird to
And
like
Woodrow
when
Wilson, yeah,
it's dumb. I
Woodrow
think of like
Wilson.
I remember people used
Hey,
to tell me
hey,
that
producer,
Nixon
put me
was the
back.
worst
Stop
president.
looking at the other camera, producer. Put me back on the screen.
You actually want to be on the screen? Jesus, that's amazing. I'm actually excited about that. You got it, buddy. You want to be on the screen, man? You got it, pal. So
Who's
before
that?
actually, that's Logan. That's Logan talking.
Oh,
So
I thought it
Logan,
was Mr. Jason.
wow, since you want to be on the screen, I'm gonna catch you up, and then I want to hear your take about what Tariq said because you're on the screen.
Oh, woo, woo.
All right. So Tariq was talking about, and you're not allowed to talk about the black community, so you're gonna talk about your own community. All right. Those are the rules
I
that
don't
the
have a
white man
community.
has to. Oh, perfect. So he was talking about how in the black
I'm not
community
part of
they
any
don't
community. I live in
they don't
Timbuktu in the middle of fucking nowhere, in land far, far away, in a
land bacon
galaxy far,
Billabong.
far away.
But
Oh,
he was talking
goddamn.
about in the black community that it's for the creator stance. It's very selfish, and they don't really help their own, and it kind of irks him. And
I mean, I see it from like, I guess, a peanut gallery point of view. I've seen it. You guys don't help
racist
each
fuck.
other. You get. Hey,
Racist
hey,
fuck.
hey, hey! I have a color TV.
If says a lot.
What color
It
is it?
says a lot
What
when this.
color is it?
If,
What color is it, you piece of shit? If it's not black, you're racist.
It's black.
see, it says a lot.
I
Man.
got two of them. I got one here, the one that's connected to my PS4.
It says a lot when someone not even in the community sees this bullshit. It proves my point.
and you
Haps.tv.
know, and it's funny because apparently in this society, Logan can't speak on it. Logan doesn't know. Logan's a white man. He doesn't see shit.
Well, here's a black man
Wait,
giving
I'm
him a
white.
pass.
When
I'm
did I
gonna tell
become
this.
white?
Logan, what do you? Hold on, Tariq. I'm so sorry, Logan. What do you think you are?
A person?
Bro, you're a white person. The
Mhm.
fuck, like the fuck, like.
I am Caucasian, not white. White is a color.
Yo, those are the worst ones. Those are the worst type of whites. They're from Mount Caucasus and shit. Like, yo, you don't fuck with those. All right, I'm so sorry, Tariq. My bad, bro. Logan gets me and
No, it's
Logan.
cool.
We get silly. You were saying.
I get silly. I get silly with any member you bring on this podcast too, and we'll be talking and cracking jokes about things that is true. Logan just said it. And honestly, I don't care if he's black. I don't care if he's a goddamn cracker from an animal cracker box. He fucking spoke the truth. He's not even in the community, and he sees that this shit is honestly a fucking problem. And honestly, it's just we live in such a like a for-profit society, and it's just like you only do something if you're getting money and royalties out of it.
Yeah.
Posing for the gram, shake that ass for Twitter, like get those verifieds. Like, what the fuck, man? You wouldn't take to the streets unless you're getting promotion from it. Which is kind of why I know she's controversial, but remember what's her name? Thunberg,
Yeah.
that little girl. So, in my opinion, right fucking there, she is the only example of a leader, not for the black community, but a leader in general that I got. She's the only
Okay.
one.
Explain on that.
She wasn't doing it for the clout, huh?
I said elaborate on that, please.
Okay, so Greta Thunberg was, I think she was what, 14, 15 around the time, and
Mhm.
she was very open about climate change and climate rights and climate
Okay.
activism. She is very worried about the world potentially becoming a very inhabitable place in the next 75 years due to human consumption of gasoline and various other organisms like fracking, uses of gas to pollute the air, all that shit. So she took it upon herself to write on a sign to say stop climate change, and she went to go and protest. She did it by herself, no one to back her up. She stood in front of various governmental buildings without anything in Germany until she got tired and she just stood down with that cardboard box right next, not box, but the cardboard sign right next to her. And you can see an image of her sitting right next to it, showcasing her dedication by standing out there the entirety of the day. Now, here's the part that makes me a little bit mad, but I'm grateful that the clout and publication made her famous. She spread like wildfire on Twitter. That's when social media has its ups. Like we talked about last time about social media, it has its ups when it's used in a very uplifting way like that to unify a front, but not to distract people. Spreading awareness is what social media should have been about instead of spreading false platitudes. And to me, not caring about having a community, not caring, being literally a Ronin on your own, disgraced from the face of your community to fight what you believe in and letting people join your fight over time. That's what it takes to be a leader, to stand firm for what you believe in terms of having a moral without any kind of looks. I don't care if you look like a bum ass nigga. If you're going to tell me that I'm a piece of shit for being racist, I might believe you because you are convicted by your morals and you can
You're a
influence
piece of
other
shit because
people
you're
like that.
racist.
Yes. I'm not a racist guy, but see, right there, he could be a leader himself. You don't have to be fucking Captain America jumping off of buildings, doing fucking flips off of helicopters and landing on another building to be a hero and a leader. All you got to do is stand up and showcase how you feel. But do I see that in the black community? Sometimes we got examples of heroism, but we don't have our Captain America for our Avengers. And there's a lot of reasons why. The leaders back in the 1960s got arrested. Most of us are afraid to get in jail, whether it's to go
Yeah.
after women or to keep going out for clout. We are afraid to get jailed. We are afraid to get shot. Again, remember what I said earlier when we was talking about Dave Chappelle or other things. We want the same. Actually, we was talking about careers and following your dreams. We want the same amount of power, but with minimal effort. I can't make this shit up. We live this shit every day. And it goes to head when you got all these martyrs, examples, people who died, and they let that little ember spark a fire that should be kept lit by itself.
Yeah.
When Black Lives Matter, that whole shit happened. It only lasted for about what, 3 fucking months during the pandemic. And honestly, I was happy it was happening. I was like, this shit can actually happen. But
Mhm.
just like that, what the fuck's happening now? Well, let's see.
COVID.
I don't see no protests in Washington. The
Nope.
looting stopped.
Yep.
Not that it should have happened in the first place. I don't see no active speeches. I don't see no council members in the Bronx or hell in New York talking about reforms. It was like Tiananmen Square. It happened.
Yep.
Well, what's on Twitter today, guys? Oh, Gabby Petito was killed. Let me become a mini detective about that. What?
Yeah.
This big ass movement that was nationwide, international wide, and now the shit is as dead as if someone pissed on the fire. What the? I can't believe this shit. This was so weak. So believing that my community has abilities to be inactive, unless we have a unified front or a reason to get pissed off. This is why I say we don't have black leaders. Every time we have a podium, a moment where we're unified as a race, to actually fight an issue and stand firm. We are solid for like a day, posting this shit on Facebook, Twitter, doing these marches, and then nothing. I can't fucking believe it. Where the fuck did all these 30 million people go? Where did they go? That's what I want to know. How the fuck 30 million people disappear just like that? Like Thanos got the Infinity Stones and snapped his fingers again. I honest to goodness can't fucking believe it. It's the most miraculous shit I've ever seen. It's like if the United States Army all said, let's go and bounce, and you can never find the bodies. Where did they go? I can't believe
Yep.
it. There
Yep.
is no leader I can say, what the fuck happened? Where is everybody? And that's why I believe I need a shining example. And honestly, the first person I look to unify other people is me. If you want something done, you got to get it yourself. So, what would I? So, here's my hypothetical. If I was a leader for my community and we got things like Black Lives Matter and all these other kinds of chaos going on, what would be my contribution to the hellhole, which is the Black American or the Black experience in the world? Well, here's what I believe, and you will most likely agree. My attack approach would be vastly different. Here's my plan of attack. When you live in an overly capitalistic society, and your community is scattered on borderline debt and we have terrible financial problems, well, here's what I would do. I would insulate the Bronx. The Bronx, in my opinion, is the least gentrified part of New York City. So, what I would do is I would try to promote social power, social economic power. You know what that is? Social economic power is the reason why gentrification is happening. When people with higher financial ethics, I'm not going to go off ethnicities because it's really anyone who makes a certain amount of money living in a impoverished neighborhood makes amount of money, it raises value because of the people that's living there. So, how do I get a bunch of impoverished Bronx people to spend money on more creative prospects that will enrich their communities? Well, how do I make something local look cool? And I got the perfect idea. I'm gonna use my community's ignorance against them. You wanna pose for the gram, shake your cheeks for the gram? Let's transform your community into a promotional thing, and but use it in a way that actually gets shit done. You guys left posing in those new Yeezys? Well, I'm gonna go look around the Bronx, find a boy who's making his own sneakers, and promote the shit out of that. Be like, yo, these are the new Larry Johns, man. Look at this new logo. I know I paid like 200 for these shits, but damn, it feels fucking good. But it doesn't mean shit because I don't got no publicity. So the first plan of the attack is to get members of my community who has publicity and coerce them, do a little bit of convincing to get them to promote my local community's products. You got a mom and pop shop, promote the shit out of it. You got a cobbling shop that makes shoes and all kinds of fancy dresses, promote the shit out of it. And then once your community starts getting all those funds from itself, it can get bigger and thicker and can stop things like gentrification. But that's not enough for me. I believe that my community has a lot of problems besides making it richer. So how do I make my community more financially stable? I got it. Let's teach my members how to budget. When you got a lot of people here who, no offense, no offense, Sage, who smoke weed, go to parties, get high, get drunk, not caring about Social Security, and when they do
Mm-hmm.
live on food stamps, and when they do live on food stamps, they spend more money on shit that shouldn't even matter, putting more money in another rich man's pocket instead of making your community richer so you can get that money later back. You gotta make your community look fucking cool. That's kind of how the Jewish, that's kind of how the Israeli people do it. That's how the Jewish religious people community do it. They don't go out and buying Gucci shoes and all kinds of other things. They go to their local tailor, give that nigga, excuse me, give that man some money, get that shit done, look all fly and sexy, and reinvest in their communities and make it a stronger community. And then they can get rich by getting promotions in that community. And then you teach everyone how to budget and the importance of investing. I don't mean putting your money in a savings bank and letting it sit there and gain like 0.03%, which is basically like $3 for $100. I mean actually being able to say, hey, look, fam, how much money you got right now? I got $2,000, bro. What you gonna use for that 2,000? I'm about to buy me this new Gucci belt because I saw this shorty across the street. She got the cheeks so plump. I want to give her some babies. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Um, can I have $1,000, nigga? What's wrong with you? No, no, no. Listen to me. If you can spend money on shit that's going to last for about 2 years, because you're going to mess it up, it's clothing, right? You spill ketchup on a Gucci belt, it's as good as worthless. Let's be perfectly honest. I bet you can risk $1,000 in the forex market where you might be losing money, but you can turn that thousand into 100,000 if you learn how to invest properly. It's called financial security. But no, I see my community members buying some sneakers, but they're talking about they can't pay their rent or they ain't got no sheets on their bed. I got community members shaking their ass, pole dancing, but then the next weekend I see them eating crab legs and lobster and going to expensive ass apartments so they can lose all their money, and then they got to go back on that pole dancing hustle again. I'm supporting sex workers who are not trying to better themselves financially, but we all want to get a little piece of the pie. I don't care if you got $5 fucking. Anyone can invest in penny stocks that can blow up eventually. And that's the thing that I would do if I was a black leader. I would go on Facebook and give a couple of financial tips. In fact, yo, Sage, I want to throw out a name right here. Remember Joel, Black Joel from high school?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Boy is on his grind. What does he do on Facebook? If you check his shit out, shows nothing but forex strategies. He's a fucking example. Becoming a leader, a financial leader for his community, right? So here's what I'd say about the next black fight. Social, social rights is still a thing that's going to happen. We need police reform. The next fight is going to be industrialization reform. Because let's be honest, the military industrial complex, the prison complex is all just industries in disguise, using deadly force to get the most out of people, right? Steal the oil, make these niggas work for free in the prison. That's basically it. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Yep.
Even though I do support my armed forces, but I only support them when they're actually fighting against assholes trying to blow up my house. No one's blew up my house yet. I'm blowing up other people's houses, but I'm not them. I'm not wearing the
Hey
green
man, don't make
uniform.
fun of the Taliban. The Taliban just wants to make your house go many, many pieces.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, well,
Actually, to side note on the Taliban, actually, the Taliban is actually cracking down on drug addicts, and they're picking up drug addicts off the street and they're putting them in hospitals, and they're forcing them into rehab. Just want to let you guys know, I found it on Twitter, the same place where I'm not allowed to find Trump at. Just letting y'all know. Tariq, you can continue.
well,
I'm sorry.
well. Here's my beautiful thing. If that's the case, these evil terrorists are helping to drag us in the street. Damn, Sage, you're Spanish, right? When was the last time ISIS took some Spanish heroin addicts and put them in actual hospitals and not
So,
human cages?
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I'm
but we
dumb, right?
don't.
I'm 23. I don't know shit. I don't know anything.
Are we gonna have a
I'm
beheading in this
sorry.
cage too? We're gonna do some
I don't know
beheadings.
anything. I'm sorry, but I don't know shit. I'm talking out my ass. These lips are my ass cheek lips. But let's be honest, I don't know shit, right? I'm just a martyr. I'm the example. So,
There you go.
so if I was a
Amen.
black leader, if I was a
Mm-hmm.
black leader, I will teach my community with deadly force. I will teach them like I don't care if I got to go into your house and step on your leg. I will teach you to balance your budget, the importance of having a good credit score, and what does it truly mean to invest. Like you motherfuckers are spending well over $5,000 on these big ass cars and sexy cars I can only dream of getting unless I suffer. But not once do I see you guys talk about, hey man, I'm learning how to turn this little bullshit money I could have spent on a car, and now I can have three of these motherfuckers because I took a little healthy financial risk. I want to
Mm-hmm.
be walking down the street saying every time I go to a local McDonald's, I'd see these guys talking about what they're gonna be doing Saturday night, and they're going out to drink on these party yacht boats and ordering these expensive ass tables and shit. Well, I want you guys to also keep half that money, cut back on that living, and make some more money, having some financial security. I will march to Washington and I will talk about anything about financial reforms, programs to help
Yep.
people invest in things, how to budget, how to actually keep yourself alive while living on a budget, how to enjoy your life without overspending too much, how to actually be prideful of what you got without showing your ass for the clout. You guys on Instagram saying, look at me, got ass shaking on my dick, spraying the money, and I'm looking at you as, so do you got a house? Oh, you do. Oh, you do. Can you afford that house for a prolonged period of time, brother? No, fam. Where did all the money go, bro? Oh well, but she got that ass cheeks though. You know, she's clapping. I'm a
Drugs
massage.
and hookers.
I'm not a misogynist. So let me tell you something. If I ever got ass clapping on my cheek, I'm hitting that. Are you hitting that, brother?
Hell yeah.
No, you a fool. Spending all this money for a fucking fantasy. I don't care if my girlfriend got freckles. If she's my goddamn fantasy, shit, I'm her fantasy too. I don't care. I don't care about no picture perfect Barbie doll. All I care about is loving another human being and them being who I wish they can be and who I can be for them. I don't care if you look the part. If you're attentive to me, I'm as hell gonna be attentive to you. I don't care if you gotta be these goddamn supermodels. It's a privilege to have a person like that in my corner anyway. At least to
A
me as a man. But
a
hey,
hundred.
I don't go. I don't spend money on strippers. I give it to them because it's their job. It's kind of like people who work in restaurants. Okay,
A hundred
so
percent. It's a business transaction. I love
it's a
that.
business transaction.
I hate to stop this short, man, because you stole the show. I loved it. You were doing amazing.
I gotta stop doing that because it's not my show. It's yours, Shane.
Nah,
Nah, it's
man.
fine.
It's not my show, man.
It's perfect, bro. We do that all you want, brother, man. This is what the roundtable's about, man. Having people come into the table and talk about their problems and talk about how they want to fix it, man. And I'm glad that you were here, bro. Like this shit was so amazing. And I thank you for coming here. Logan, I thank you for coming here. Any final thoughts going around? We'll start with Logan because he's the shortest, I promise.
Well, I got a
5-3.
question for you. Do you want a funny random or do you want something serious?
Ooh.
Whatever it is, you, bro. I want to
No,
know
no, no,
who
no,
you
no, no, listen
are.
up. Don't listen to fucking Tyreek. Don't listen to fucking Tyreek. He's gonna do a serious one. I never get to hear him say serious crap. Go back to the other
You want
episodes to hear him say one apple a day takes the zombies away or some shit. Like
an apple a day keeps
Yeah.
anybody away if you throw it hard enough.
that shit. Like yo, nah, some serious shit, Logan. Let's hear it, bro. Let's hear it.
All
This is
right.
great.
Woo!
Believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who says it. Not even if I say it. Unless it agrees with your own reason, its own common sense.
Wow,
Mm.
that was great. Deep as fuck, bro. All right.
I'm a tattoo with that on my back now.
Later, you're
Do
gonna
you
tell
want
me what.
you want my random one?
Yeah, give me your
Yeah,
random.
give it to me. Give it to me.
Build a man a fire, keep him warm for a day. Set the man on fire, he's warm for the rest of his life.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Give me that dark humor, boy. That's what I want to hear.
All right,
Some
Tariq,
brief,
man. Final words from you, my brother.
some brief closing remarks from me. I'm not gonna talk about no Gettysburg Address. I'm gonna give it to you raw and uncensored. When you have a family history, when you know your community has been impoverished and shit, you want to do the best you can, not for yourself, but to also enrich the people, because money is literally power. Why not tell your people how to use that power collectively? And that's all I'm saying. So if I were to become a leader, if I were to bust my ass in doing things and get the status to promote things, it was to really be the power of financial security. Because once you got people who holds money, anything's possible. You can build up roads, you can build buildings, you can buy, purchase properties. I want to see a goddamn club in the Bronx. I'm tired of shaking my ass to Brooklyn to go to a fucking rave spot. I want a rave spot in my backyard. Where's the money at? So that's
There you
why
go.
I'm gonna bust my ass to tell people invest in your communities and make it a fucking golden road. And in terms of
There we
closing
go.
remarks, the key here's my silly one. The key to happiness. Don't be a misogynist, but also think very lewd thoughts, because everyone deserves to be happy. And if you got to
100%.
sacrifice your happiness to appease someone calling you a sexist and a misogynist, well, I guess I'm a sexist and a misogynist, because I respect my females, but goddamn, I do have some sexual fantasies. I'm sorry. Every man does. I still respect you, though. I'm just not going to force you to do it. I'm going to just find someone who will want to do it. So, yeah, ladies, if a man thinks about sexual things, but he treats you with respect, he's not a misogynist. He just has a fantasy that only another person can bring to him. Okay.
Oh,
About you, Sage.
And
okay.
I'm
What
done.
what sage ways do you have for us today?
Give me some wisdom,
Wow.
man. I need some
All right.
Jesus, but I don't need him. I need you.
Don't, nah. I'm not Jesus. He's above me. Everybody. He's better than me. But nothing is true. Everything is permitted. A great philosopher said that. I forgot his name because I suck and I smoke weed. Above all, everybody, take if you have listened to this much into this show, I want you guys to understand that this is what the round table is. It's not about politics, about the world all the time. It's about people from your community coming in and saying, "Hey, I don't know about Washington. I don't know about the Taliban, but what I do know is that my black community doesn't support their own, and I want that." And that's what you heard. Or whether it's my white community doesn't do it, or you know what, in my community they're very prejudiced, or the social rights are wrong, or there's not enough social justice. Whatever it is, whether big, global, or small, like the size of a fucking monopoly house, it matters in the round table. And with that, most of all, I don't have a silly one because you got set a man on fire for life and sexual misogynicity. You guys are set. You guys are set with silliness, but I wish I could top. I didn't know I could top set a man on fire for life, and then he came and he topped that. I was like, oh, I definitely can't top that. So I'll wait until I'm gonna get one next week. I'm gonna get a silly one, and I'm gonna try to top you guys. Above all, everybody, Sage all the way. Shout out to the VOP network. Shout out to the VOP radio. Shout out to the plug us in on. If you guys missed the rest of this episode, you guys want to catch more, we're always here on Haps. If you guys don't like Haps, we're on Facebook, VOP USA Radio. If you guys want to catch it on my thing, engage in Sage on the Facebook profile. I mean, on my Facebook page. Follow me on Twitter, Sage Misfit. Follow me on Instagram, Misfit Sage. I don't know why that's twisted. I'm retarded. Above all, everybody, it was fun as shit. We're gonna end it out with some hand crow.
Eli the midget.
And I'm a midget.
All right, my boys,
Yeah.
my devils and demons. It's been a pleasure.